हरे कृष्ण भगवती वसुधा माता जी, दंडवत प्रणाम। शिला प्रभुपाद की जय, गुरु महाराज की जय। प्रीतिदासी फ्रॉम शार्लट। हरे कृष्ण।
हरे कृष्णा प्रीति माता जी, दंडवत प्रणाम। शील प्रभुपाद की जय। थैंक यू माता जी फॉर जॉइनिंग भक्ति संघ कॉन्फ्रेंस कॉल। हरे कृष्णा।
हरे
Hare,
कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna, Bhagavati Vasudha Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga, and all the glories to the assembled devotees. This is Manjri Lila Devi Dasi from Naperville. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्णा मंजरी लीला माता जी, दंडवत प्रणाम। शील प्रभुपाद की जय। थैंक यू माता जी फॉर जॉइनिंग भक्ति संघ कॉन्फ्रेंस कॉल। हरे कृष्णा।
Hare Krishna
Hare
Mataji,
Krishna,
please
Bhagavati
accept my
Vasudha
humble
Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Shri Guru and Gauranga and all the assembled devotees. This is Yashamati Priya Devi Dasi from Cincinnati.
हरे कृष्णा यशोमती प्रिया माता जी, दंडवत प्रणाम। शील प्रभुपाद की जय। थैंक यू माता जी फॉर जॉइनिंग भक्ति संघ कॉन्फ्रेंस कॉल। हरे कृष्णा।
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Bhagavati Vasudha Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Vinita Gandharvika Devidasi from College Station, Texas.
हरे कृष्णा विनीता गंधर्विका माता जी, दंडवत प्रणाम। शील प्रभुपाद की जय। थैंक यू माता जी फॉर जॉइनिंग भक्ति संघ कॉन्फ्रेंस कॉल। हरे कृष्णा।
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj, all glories to Ashrama
Hare
Devotees.
Krishna Vasudha, Hare Krishna Vasudha Mataji, all Guru Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. My humble obeisances to you and all the devotees. This is Krishna Kumari Devidasi. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण कुमारी माता जी, दंडवत प्रणाम। शील प्रभुपाद की जय। थैंक यू माता जी फॉर जॉइनिंग भक्ति संघ कॉन्फ्रेंस कॉल। हरे कृष्णा।
Hare Krishna Vaishnavas. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. My name is Mitra Vinda Devidasi, given by my Guru Maharaj, His Holiness Bhakti Tirtha Swami. I'm very happy to be here. Thank you for your service. I am calling from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
हरे कृष्ण मित्रविंदा माता जी, दंडवत प्रणाम। शील प्रभुपाद की जय। थैंक यू सो मच माता जी फॉर जॉइनिंग भक्ति संघ कॉन्फ्रेंस कॉल। हरे कृष्णा।
हरे कृष्णा भगवती वसुधा माता जी, दंडवत प्रणाम। शिला प्रभुपाद की जय, गुरु महाराज की जय। दिस इज श्यामा गौरी देवी दासी फ्रॉम शार्लेट।
हरे कृष्ण श्यामा गौरी माता जी, दंडवत प्रणाम। शील प्रभुपाद की जय। थैंक यू सो मच माता जी फॉर जॉइनिंग भक्ति संघ कॉन्फ्रेंस कॉल। हरे कृष्णा।
माता जी, प्रभु जी हैव जॉइंड।
Yes, Mataji. So we will go for the introduction, or I'll hand over the call to Prabhu.
No, Prabhu ji can take over.
Okay, Mataji. Okay, so I welcome all of you once again. Thank you everyone for joining. So let's move on to the next part of the session, Srimad Bhagavatam class. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, please accept all of our humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. We are really fortunate to have you on this call today, Prabhuji. I hand over the call to you. Today's verses 7.5.23 and 24. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So thank you for this opportunity to serve. We'll begin with our prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshuro Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavansha Shri Rupam Sagrayata Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamsha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Linabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामी निति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणी निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणी Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. So welcome on this Bhagavatam class. We are discussing from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 5, Canto 7, Chapter 5, verse number 23 and 24. Very, very famous verses. Prahlad Maharaj is speaking. Shri Prahlad Vacha Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Padasevanam Archanam Vandanam Dasyam Sakhyam Atmam Nivedanam Iti Pumsarpita Vishnu Bhaktischena Valakshanam Kriyeta Bhagavatyadhya Tanmanye Dhitam Uttamam. Translation. Prahlad Maharaj said, hearing and chanting about the transcendental holy name, form, pastimes, paraphernalia, and qualities, paraphernalia, and pastimes of Lord Vishnu, remembering them, serving the lotus feet of the Lord, offering the Lord respectful worship with 16 types of paraphernalia, offering prayers to the Lord, becoming his servant, considering the Lord one's best friend, and surrendering everything unto him. In other words, serving him with the body, mind, and words. These 9 processes are accepted as pure devotional service. One who has dedicated his life to the service of Krishna through these 9 methods should be understood to be the most learned person, for he has acquired complete knowledge. So we'll be discussing the purport from Vandanam onwards. So Srila Prabhupada describes about Vandana. Although prayers are a part of deity worship, they may be considered separately like the other items, such as hearing and chanting, and therefore separate statements are given herewith. The Lord has unlimited transcendental qualities and opulences, and one who feels influenced by the Lord's qualities in various activities offers prayers to the Lord. In this way, he becomes successful. In this connection, the following are some of the offenses to be avoided. To offer obeisances on one hand, to offer obeisances with one's body covered, to show one's back to the deity, to offer obeisances on the left side of the deity, to offer obeisances very near the deity. So we'll discuss only till Vandanam. Let's see if we have time, we'll continue further. So this is the very, very famous prayer of Prahlad Maharaj. Prabhupada has quoted these prayers hundreds of times, maybe. And today we are discussing the limb of Vandanam. These are the 9 limbs of devotional service. Prayers. Prayers are actually, they are our life and soul. I read a wonderful statement. Prayers are not a stepney wheel to be used in emergency. Prayers are like the steering wheel which drive us throughout our life. In our process of devotional service, the moment we get up to the moment we go to sleep, our life should be full of prayers. Every occasion, every moment should be filled with prayers, either prayers of gratitude, either prayers glorifying the Lord for his wonderful qualities. There are 3 types of prayers. Rupa Goswami describes in Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu. Samprarthanatmika, Dainya Bodhika, and Lalasamai. Actually, when the Supreme Lord, he appears in this world, he appears in many, many forms. One of the forms the Lord appears is the form of Archa Vigraha, the deities. And what is the purpose of Lord's appearance as the deities? Of course, the Lord appears in the form of deity so that we can serve him. We can develop our relationship with him by offering yoga, by dressing the Lord, by uh, doing so many things, putting the Lord to rest, waking him up, so many things. But one very, very important purpose the Lord appears as deity is for, to hear our prayers. That is the prime function, prime purpose. The Lord appears in the form of deities to hear our prayers and to reciprocate with our prayers. So prayers, they are not just a mechanical thing which we speak. These are not just the words. The more we are intense in our prayers, whatever we are doing in our Krishna consciousness, it is a prayer. Beginning from chanting. What is chanting? It's prayer to Radha and Krishna. Our entire process of Krishna consciousness is full of prayers. How to pray? The three types of prayers which Rupa Goswami mentions, samprarthanatmika. That means exclusive glorification of the Lord for whatever wonderful qualities he has. Samprarthanatmika. Not for any other, there should be no agenda prayer in the beginning. When we offer our prayers, when we are standing in front of the Lord, there should be exclusive glorification. That is called as samprarthanatmika. Without any agenda, without any desire, only glorifying the Lord for wonderful qualities. That should be the beginning of our prayers. And then the second is Dainya Bodhika. Then one should express one's fallen condition, how a devotee, how I am fallen in this material existence, how I am covered with so many anarthas. We'll discuss all these things in detail. And then third is Lalasamai, expressing our desires. We can express our need in front of the Lord. Our need may be material, our need may be spiritual. But before that, we need to express gratitude, appreciation, and recognize the position of the Lord. That is very essential. Recognizing the position of the Lord and appreciating the Lord, that is very, very essential. Somebody may feel, well, it looks so artificial. Every time you go in front of the Lord and tell the Lord, you are so great, you are so powerful, you are the source of everything. It looks so formal. I know already. And Lord knows my heart. What is the need to speak all these, known prayer, known facts? Oh, Lord is so very wonderful. You are so powerful. You are Srishtikarta, you are creator, you are maintainer. From you, everything is coming. Many times we feel, well, is it needed? It is needed. One should not give up the formalities in our practice of bhakti, thinking them to be artificial. It is an integral part of our Krishna consciousness. These etiquettes, they are the ornaments of the Vaishnava. Sadhavaha sadhu bhushana. Our ornaments are not the jewelry which we put. Dhoti, kurta, tilak, kanthimala, nice sari, nice jewelry. No, these are not our real ornaments. The ornaments of Vaishnava are the etiquettes. Sadhavaha sadhu bhushanam. Chitikshava, karunika, surida sarvadehinam, ajata chatrava shanta sadhava sadhu bhushanaha. The etiquettes which we practice, they are our ornaments. Etiquettes in glorifying the Lord, offering beautiful prayers to the Lord. And one cannot surpass these rituals thinking them to be external. While we are offering obeisances, many times it becomes a ritual. Some devotees, they don't even bow down completely. Somebody was saying that, why to be so formal? Sometimes devotees, they come and say, Vancha, they show me. So we should understand that these are not just dry rituals. Of course, they may become dry rituals if we don't understand the mood behind them. Offering beautiful prayers when we don't know why we are offering prayers, why we are offering obeisances to the devotees, then it becomes a ritual. So that's how we have to understand these rituals of glorification, glorifying the Lord. They are very important. Right there in the first canto of Bhagavatam, the first set of prayers which appear, the very first prayers, they are prayers by Arjun. Ashwatthama is shot Brahmastra, and Arjun, he has shot Brahmastra to kill the embryo in the womb of Uttara. She comes running. And even before that, another Brahmastra was shot by Ashwatthama. As Ashwatthama killed the 5 sleeping sons of Draupadi, Krishna and Arjun, they both go to arrest Ashwatthama. Arjun has taken a vow. I'll get the head of Ashwatthama. You can stand on the head of Ashwatthama and take your path. Arjun and Krishna, they are on the chariot chasing Ashwatthama. At one point of time, Ashwatthama realizes that I cannot run away. In utter desperation, he shoots Brahmastra. It's the most powerful weapon coming towards Arjun. And although Arjuna had seen many weapons, many Brahmastras, but this Brahmastra, it was not shot properly because he didn't know how to shoot properly also. Ideally, when a Brahmastra is shot, the light should come from above. But in this case, the light was coming from all sides. That's why Arjuna could not understand. What is this? Now his life is in danger. What is he doing? He speaks just 7 verses. And out of those 7 verses, 3 to 4 verses is just exclusive glorification of the Lord. In such intense, critical situation, Krishna Krishna Mahabaho Bhaktanam Abhayankara Tomeko Dahyamananam Apavargosi Samsritai. Oh Krishna, you are the all-powerful Lord. You give fearlessness to your devotees. You can only relieve the burning material existence. You can relieve one from this material world. And then it glorifies the Lord as transcendental. Tumadya Purusha Shakshat Ishvara Prakriti Paraha Maya Vidasya Chit Shaktya Kaivalye Sthita Atmani. Oh my Lord, you are original personality of Godhead. Tumadya Purusha Sakshat. You are beyond the material modes. You destroy the effects of material energy by your power. You are always situated in transcendence. You are always merciful to all the fallen conditioned souls. You descend in this world to remove the burden of the earth. Can you imagine? Brahmastra is coming, just few seconds maybe. And Arjuna has the time to glorify the Lord without asking why he's glorifying. That shows how important the glorification of the Lord is. Prabhupada writes in the purport there, anything that is presented before the Supreme Personality of Godhead should be done after due presentation of respectful prayers. That is the standard procedure. And although Arjuna is an intimate friend of Krishna, It is not that, oh, Krishna is such a great Lord and I am seeing Krishna for the first time, I should offer prayers. No, he is always with Krishna. In Bhagavad Gita also, when Arjun saw Virat Rupa, Ajanata Mahimanam Tavedam Maya Pramadat Pranayena Vapi. So he says, I didn't know your glories. I was eating with you, I was joking with you, I was dining with you in a very casual way. So Arjun was always in very intimate, loving relation with Krishna as a friend. But still, he is observing this etiquette of offering prayers. This is very, very essential part of our life. In our Krishna consciousness, learn to offer beautiful, exclusive prayers, not asking anything in the beginning. And Bhagavatam is full of such wonderful prayers. Nobody can say, I don't know how to pray. Just read some of the verses, some of the sections, beautiful prayers. Bhagavatam is full of such wonderful glorification of the Lord. Glorify the Lord for his wonderful form, for his wonderful qualities, for his wonderful activities. That is the training which we have to get. That is how a devotee pleases the Lord, when he glorifies the Lord exclusively without any personal motive. Of course, after offering prayers, we can express our desires, express our fallen condition. But the beginning should be always glorifying the Lord. Few words, one sentence at least, something should be spoken in the beginning. Not that, okay, you enter the Lord, a temple and offer obeisance, oh Lord, I am suffering from anarthas. My lust is troubling me. I'm not able to focus on my chanting. No. First, we have to glorify the Lord. That is very important. Samprarthanatmika is very important. And you will see none of the devotees in Bhagavatam, they skip this. Because exclusive glorification of the Lord pleases the Lord. When the Lord sees that, although he has so many things to say, but he is glorifying or she is glorifying me. And it's called a Samprarthanatmika. And if somebody says, I can't memorize verses, no problem. Can we remember some of the translations? Or even if we can't remember the translations, whatever we can remember, glorify the Lord. Oh Lord, you are so very merciful. You have appeared in this beautiful form to show mercy. Anywhere you will see, the devotees, they glorify the Lord. No midyate abravapushe taridambaraya gunjavatamsha paripichala sanmukhaya vanyasraje kavala vitrajushana venam lakshma shriye mridupade pashupangajaya. Brahmaji, when he realizes that he has done a great mistake, he is coming down, offering obeisances and not asking for forgiveness first. First, he is glorifying the beautiful form of the Lord. I offer my obeisances to this most effulgent form of you, O my Lord. Abhravapushe, you are wearing beautiful pitambar dhoti. Gunjavatam, you are wearing a gunjamala. You have a peacock feather on your head. You have a very effulgent face. You are dressed with forest flowers. You have, in one hand, Krishna was carrying curd rice. Vanyasraje Kavalavetra, he had a stick which is there in his belt. Vanyasraje Kavalavetra Jushana Venu, he has a bugle horn. Lakshma Shriye Mridupade Pasupangajaya. So that's how, The beautiful glorification of the Lord is consistent theme throughout the Bhagavatam, throughout Chaitanya Charitamrita. The beauty of the Lord is described. So it is a duty of a devotee to learn. Nobody can say, I can't speak any verses. No problem. Krishna is not so much attracted by hearing verses. Krishna is attracted by loving heart. We cannot attract Krishna by offering beautiful Sanskrit prayers. What attracts Krishna? Nalam Dijatvam Devatvam Rishitvam Vasuratmaja Prinanayam Kundasya Na Vrittam Na Bahukyata Nadanam Tapo Nijya Nashaucham Na Vratanicha Priyate Amalaya Bhaktya Hariyanyad Vidambanam. Prahlad Maharaj is telling his friends how to please the Lord. Nalam Dvija, if somebody is a Brahmana, just by becoming Brahmana doesn't please the Lord. Deva, if you are a Devta, it is not so pleasing to the Lord. You are a Rishi, still you can't please the Lord just by becoming Rishi. Nor by giving big donation, nor by being learned in all the scriptures, nor by becoming a charitable, nadanam, not by being a very austere person, ijya, nor by offering articles to the Lord, nor by keeping everything clean, nor by following all these vrata. Then what pleases the Lord? Priyate amalaya bhaktya. Only devotion pleases the Lord. So when they are offering Sanskrit prayers, somebody may be very expert in reciting prayers, but if the heart is not so pure, he is not pleasing to the Lord. It comes in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is on South India Yatra. He meets a Brahmana in Srirangam. And this Brahmana, he is illiterate. He is reading Bhagavad Gita. Ashtadash adhyay pade ananda aveshe, ashuddha pade na loka kore upahar se. He is reading all the 18 verses, 18 chapters every day. And he is illiterate. Ashtadash adhyay pade anand, but he is in ecstasy reading all that. How to understand? And people are making fun of him. Keha hase keha ninde ka taha nahi mane. Avishta hoya gita pade anandita mane. Somebody is laughing, somebody is making fun of him. He doesn't care about any of this. He's absorbed in
उसको पैक करके देने के लिए बोला था ना आपने?
Prabhuji, please go ahead.
He's absorbed in reading Bhagavad Gita. And as he's reading Bhagavad Gita, all the symptoms of ecstasy are manifesting on his body. Ulak ashru kampashveda yavata pathan dekhi anandita vila Mahaprabhurman. And Mahaprabhu, when he sees that, he is manifesting symptoms of ecstasy, he is so very happy. Mahaprabhu goes near him and asks him, "Oh my Brahmana, why are you so happy? Konarth jani tomar ita shukh hoye? What meaning you are seeing in this Bhagavad Gita that you are so happy?" That Brahman says, "Oh my Lord, I am a foolish person. Vipra kahe murkha ami shabdartha na jani. Shuddha Gita padi Guru Ragya mani. But because my Guru has given me instruction, that's why I am reading. But I can see that you are crying when you are reading Bhagavad Gita. What is the reason for that?" Brahman says, when I see the cover page of Bhagavad Gita, and I see Krishna holding the reins of Arjun's chariot. Arjunera rathe Krishna hoye rajudhar. Boshiya che hate totra shyamala sundar. When I see this beautiful form, I am in ecstasy. So this Brahmana, he is not so expert in reciting prayers, reciting Bhagavad Gita. But you know what Mahaprabhu says? Prabhu kahe Gita pathe tomara hi adhikar. Tumi to jani hase Gita artha sar. Mahaprabhu says, you are only qualified to read Bhagavad Gita. You know the essence of Bhagavad Gita. So it does not matter whether we can read Sanskrit or not. It is offering of our heart. Sincere offering of glorification of the Lord for his wonderful qualities. And then after offering our exclusive glorification, we should express our fallen condition. That is called as Dainya Bodhika. How fallen I am. And you will see many devotees, just like Bhaktivinoda Thakur, great acharyas, they have written, Gopinath, Mama Nivedana Shuno, Vishay Durjana, Sada Kame Rata, Kichunai Mura Guna Gopinath. I am so fallen. I am full of anarthas. This expression of our fallen condition is not an artificial, should not be artificial. Again, it should be very, very genuine. Not that because I have to tell something how fallen I am. Just like, some devotees when they meet, we learn devotee language very quickly. One devotee meets other and says, oh Prabhu, I am so fallen. Other says, no, I am more fallen than you. Then this devotee says, no, I am actually most fallen. One devotee went to Prabhupada and said, Prabhupada, I am your most insignificant servant. Prabhupada said, you are not the most anything. So it is not about the artificial expression of humility. It should be a very, very genuine expression of humility. Expressing our fallen condition. Just like Rupa Goswami, he is writing Padyavali and that he writes a beautiful prayer. Prabhupada has quoted this hundreds of times. Kamadinam katina katida palita durnidesha tesham jata maina karuna natrapanopashanti. Oh my Lord, I have served my anarthas millions of lifetimes. Kamadinam, Kam Adi, lust, anger, greed, and we have served them for millions of lifetimes. But they are so ungrateful masters. Tesham jata maina karuna. They have not shown any compassion, no mercy, no peace. Natrapano pashanti. Oh my Lord, in this life, I have given up. At least I have decided to give up the service of my senses and anarthas. Utsrijya etanath yadupate sampratam labda buddhi. I am trying to give up service to all these anarthas. Please accept me, O my Lord, as your servant. This expression of genuine humility, expressing our fallen condition genuinely, pleases the Lord. Just like when Rup Sanatan Goswami, they went in front of the Lord and they are telling, oh my Lord, I am so fallen. We are so fallen. They say, we are actually more fallen than Jagai and Madhai. Because we are associating with fallen malicious, Nicha Jati, Nicha Sangi, Kori Nicha Kaj, Tomaro Agrete, Prabhu Kahite Vasilaj. Oh, we are Nicha Jati, we are in a very, very abominable situation of life. We associate with low people. We are doing all abominable things. We are ashamed to just stand in front of you, my Lord. Jagaye madhai hoite koti koti gun adhama patita papi ami duijan. Somebody may say, how is it possible? How can somebody say like this? It looks very artificial. They are saying we are more fallen than Jagai Madhai. Oh, it is just because for the sake of saying it, they are saying. But Rupa Goswami says, no, actually, we are more fallen Jagai Madhai. You know why? Jagai Madhai, they had so many wonderful qualities. What was the good quality Jagai Madhai had? Brahmana Jati Tar, Navadipe Ghar, Niche Seva Nahi Kore, Nahi Niche Rakpur Par. They were born Brahmanas. They had their house in Navadvip. They never served malechas. And you know what was their only fault? Sabe kadosha taro hai papachar. Paparashi dahe nama bhasei tomar. Oh, they had only one fault. Ek dosh. Ek dosh? Chitragupta had appointed extra people, manpower to write down the sins which Jagai Madhai were doing. They had dug holes. They were full of the records of Jagai Madhai's sins. And Rupa Goswami is saying, Sabe ek dosh, thoda sa, they've done little sin. Papachar. But Papa Rashi Dahe Nama Bhasei Tomar, just by chanting your names, even unconsciously, unlimited sins get destroyed. Tomara Nama Laya, Tomara Korila Nindan, Sei Nama Hoila Tara Muktira Karan. One time Mahaprabhu was coming out from his home. Jagai Madhai were there. They say, oh, Nimai, you chant very nicely. You're very good. They chanted names of Lord Chaitanya. Rupa Goswami says, they chanted your names. That name became the cause of their deliverance. And look at us. Who are we? Malecha Jati, Malecha Sevi, Kori Malecha Karma, Go Brahmana, Drohi Sange, Amara Sangama. We are serving malechas. We have become malechas. We associate with killers of cows and brahmanas. Just see. Such a genuine, humble expression of humility. So that is how a devotee is supposed to offer. When he offers prayer, first should be genuine glorification, without first jumping onto what I want. Glorify the Lord for whatever He is, and then express one's fallen condition very genuinely, and then express our desire. That is called as lalasamai. When we go in front of the Lord, first we should glorify the Lord, then express our fallen condition, then we should pray for other devotees first. That is very, very important. Not jumping on what I want. First, what I want for other devotees. Genuine glorification should be followed by genuine prayers for other devotees. The fact that we are still practicing bhakti with such consistency or whatever, we should know that some devotee has prayed for us. Someone is praying for us. Someone had prayed for us in the past. Someone may be praying for us every day. We should never think, I am doing such a wonderful bhakti, such consistent devotee I am. Every day, very wonderfully I am practicing. Of course, we may be practicing, but some devotees praying for us. So it is our duty also to pray for others, and we should not think, he doesn't even know or she doesn't even know that I am praying for him or her. No problem. Krishna in the heart, he acknowledges, he understands, and he gives blessings. Lord will inspire some other devotee, they will pray for us. Even if that person is not praying, other devotee will pray for us. So that's how it is a service we should do for the devotee community, to pray for them. Pray for their spiritual advancement. Pray for their even physical well-being. That does not make one a lesser devotee. Rupa Goswami, he describes bhakti, definition of bhakti as anya abhilashita shunyam. What is this anya abhilashita? Why he didn't use the word anya abhilasha? Jiva Goswami describes in his commentary, Durgama Sangamani Tika. In that he describes anya abhilashita means no other desires than serving the Lord. But anya abhilashita means if I am praying for my own good health, if I am in danger, if some of my near and dear ones is in danger, if I'm praying for their well-being, that does not make me a mixed devotee. Pahi pahi mahayogin deva deva jagatpate nanyatvat abhayam pashe yatra mrityu parasparam. Uttara, as she's seeing Brahmastra coming to kill her embryo, she runs and prays to the Lord, please save me, O my Lord. Pahi, Pahi, Mahayogin. She is asking for the well-being of her son. That does not make her a lesser devotee. So as a duty, we should pray for others also. That is very, very important service. First ask for them. They may advance. It is our duty to pray for the good health of our spiritual masters, of the senior teachers, our God brothers, so that they can assist Prabhupada in spreading the mission. They can practice bhakti with all their enthusiasm. They can be more empowered. That is the lalasa which we should do first. That is the desire. First desire. Pray for them. And then after all the prayers, then we should ask about ourselves. Express whatever desires we may be having. And now, a devotee has two types of desires. Spiritual desires only. First is destruction of all my anarthas and taste for name, form, pastimes of the Lord, right? These are the two things we want. Let all my anarthas be destroyed. Oh Lord, please purify me of all the anarthas and please give me taste for chanting the names of the Lord. Please give me taste for hearing your name, form, pastimes of the Lord, of you, O my Lord. Amongst these two prayers, which we should ask first? That is very important to understand. The first prayer and the maximum portion of our Lalasamai prayer should be desiring for the taste in name, form, pastimes. Because it is like if we keep putting more and more, pure water in a contaminated glass, a glass full of contaminated water, naturally the contaminated water will go away. What we should ask for in the beginning and the most important thing we should ask for is taste. And we were thinking, well, in the sadhaka stage, where is the taste? Ask for consistency in the practice of devotional service. Because ruchi will take a long time. At the stage of anartha nivritti, what we need the most is consistent, determined practice of bhakti. No matter whatever happens, I will not give up practice of bhakti. Oh my Lord, please give me that determination, that strength to practice bhakti. We should pray so that we can become servant of devotees. And then, of course, asking for purification of anarthas. And we should always understand that whatever we are doing, it is coming from the Lord only. In Srimad Bhagavatam, third canto, 9th chapter, Brahmaji, he heard tapa in the beginning of the creation. He did tapasya, Lord appeared, he's offering beautiful prayers. Lord tells, oh Brahma, you heard those words, tapa, who spoke them? I spoke those words. And then, who gave you faith to believe in those words? Lord is saying, I gave. Who gave you strength to practice tapasya? I gave. Who gave you strength? Who gave you intelligence to offer prayers? Now that I have appeared, you are offering prayers. Who is giving you intelligence? I am giving. So he says, actually, whatever you are doing, it is my mercy. मच्चकर्थांग मत्स्तोत्रम मत्कथाभ्युदयांकितम यदवा तपसि ते निष्ठा सएष मत अनुग्रह मद अनुग्रह. It is all mercy of the Lord. Nothing belongs to us. The ability to prayer is also given by the Lord only. Because Lord is working very hard. He gives strength, He gives intelligence, He gives words. Only one thing is His desire, genuine desire to glorify. Dhruva, as a small child, he wanted to offer prayers. Lord has appeared in front of him and he is overwhelmed. He wanted to offer prayer, but as a small boy, he has no knowledge of Sanskrit, no knowledge of how to offer prayers, how to make poetry. Lord touches the conch shell to the forehead of Dhruva, and he starts speaking such beautiful prayers. Who is giving this strength and intelligence? Dhruva is telling that you have enlivened all my senses, O my Lord. You have entered all my senses, you have enlivened them. So therefore, we have to understand whatever we have is given by the Lord. Whatever capacity we have, we should use in service of the Lord. Glorify the Lord. Maitreya Muni is telling to Vidurji in the third canto, although I am not so qualified to glorify the Lord, because who can glorify the Lord? Anantashesh is glorifying the Lord since beginning of the creation. With his thousands of mouths, he has not come to an end. Gunatmanaste yapi gunan vimatum hitavatirnasya ka ishirasya kalena yairvai vimita sukalpai bhupam savakhe mihika dvibhasya. Even in due course of time, if somebody can count the rays of sun, the snowflakes, the grains of dust on the entire earth, still they cannot count the glories of the Lord. Lord is unlimited. How can we glorify the Lord sufficiently? But still we should glorify the Lord. Still we should offer prayers. Maitreya says, although I am not qualified to offer prayers, still I am doing it. You know why? I am doing it, he says, according to two things. According to my capacity, whatever I have heard, and whatever my intelligence allows me. You know why? If I don't speak the glorification of the Lord, my tongue will become unchaste. Tathapi kirtayamyanga yatha mati yatha shrutam kirtir harer swam satkartum giram anyabhidhasatim. Tathapi kirtayami, although I am not qualified, still I will glorify, still I'll offer prayers. Yathamati, yathashrutam. As far as my intelligence goes and whatever I have heard. I will glorify Kirtir Hare, because if I don't do so, my words will become unchaste. Giram anya abhidha asati. Words will become unchaste. So only thing we desire, we should have is the desire. If we desire enough, Lord will empower us to glorify Him, to offer wonderful prayers. And prayers are very, very essential to connect to the Lord. Whatever we are doing from the time we get up to the time we go to bed, life should be full of prayers. That's why these prayers, Vandanam, they are essential part. As Prabhupada is writing, all the prayers are a part of deity worship, they may be considered separately, and therefore it is given here separately. Lord has unlimited transcendental qualities, and one who feels influenced by Lord's qualities in various activities offers prayers. If we feel that I am benefited, prayers are a manifestation of gratitude. And one time Radhanath Swami Maharaj was saying that gratitude is not a part of bhakti. Gratitude is bhakti. To be grateful is bhakti. And show our gratitude, the wonderful ways to pray, glorify the Lord. We cannot glorify enough. In fact, Bhagavatam says, even if you are a great poet, even if you have a life of Brahma, still you cannot express gratitude towards the Lord for whatever He is doing. Lord is working from inside and from the outside. Inside as Paramatma and outside as spiritual masters. He is really working hard. Naivopayantyapachitiam kavayastavesha brahmayusha pitritamruddhamudam smarantaha antarbahisthanubhritam ashubham vidhunvan acharya chaityavapusha swagatim vyanakti. Naiv upayanti. We can never express our gratitude sufficiently. Apachitim kavayastavesha, even if you are a great kavi. Brahma ayusha api, even if you have a life of Brahma. Because Lord is working so hard. We are thinking, how much I am working. Chanting 16 rounds, doing seva, associating with devotees. So many things I am doing. It is such a difficult thing. But Lord is working harder. Lord is inspiring us to do all these things. Who is inspiring us? Lord is inspiring. Lord is inspiring from within. Now you should do this service. Now you should chant more. Hear this devotee, serve this devotee, go there. Lord is doing all this. So Lord is doing antar bahi tanu bhritam ashubham vidhunvan. He is destroying all the anarthas which is there in the heart in the form of Acharya and Chaitya as Paramatma and the teachers. So therefore, prayers, they are a way to express gratitude. And to offer our gratitude is very essential. Otherwise, only Bhagavatam says only a wicked person is not grateful. Tam sukharadhyam rijubhir ananya sharanayir nibhir kritagya konu seveta duraradhyam asadhupi. Only ungrateful, only a wicked asadhu. Asadhu means a person with for all bad qualities. He will be ungrateful. So we have to learn to glorify the Lord for whatever He is doing for us and for everyone. And the simple way is to offer prayers. And then Prabhupada writes, in this way he becomes successful. Just offering prayers, sincere prayers. And in fact, while we are chanting, as Bhurijan Prabhu, he writes in his Japa book and in his seminars which he takes, he always says, offer a prayer in the beginning of japa. Prayer, pray to your mind. Pray to the parampara, pray to Srila Prabhupada, pray to Haridas Thakur. Without prayers, nothing will happen. We have to learn to be prayerful in every step of our life for whatever we are doing. That is called as intense devotional service. One time, again, Radhanath Swami Maharaj, he was in his book launch, Journey Home, long back. And one of the reporters, he came and asked, so Swamiji, it is in India. So Swamiji, you have written this wonderful book. Are you an author? So Maharaj said, no, I am a prayerer. I pray and whatever Krishna reveals, I write that. Actually, our life should be full of prayers. That is what we have to learn in the process of Krishna consciousness. To pray at every step of our life. Vandanam. That's our Vandanam. It is an integral part in all the other limbs. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, Archanam, Padasevanam. All these other limbs, prayer is an integral part. As Prabhupada writes, prayers are a part of deity worship. You cannot do all these limbs without praying. Can we chant without praying to the Lord? Without praying to the holy name, Harinam Prabhu? In fact, in Vilas Thakur's prayer, this Govinda Damodar Stotra, he offers prayers to his tongue. Jihve pibasva mritame tameta Govinda Damodar Madhaveti. O my tongue, please speak. Please relish this nectar which is there in the holy names. Pibasvamritam etam etad. Please drink this nectar. So tongue is being asked to pray and to drink. We have to pray to the tongue, pray to the mind, pray to the ears. Please hear. Pray to Harinam Prabhu. Archanam, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Archanam, full of prayers, Prabhupada writes. Part of deity worship. And then Prabhupada says, in this connection, following are some of the offenses to be avoided. Rupa Goswami describes about these offenses in detail in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. How one should, these are called as Seva Aparadha. These are the offenses we should avoid when we are in front of the deities. So that's what we discussed. I'll stop here. Anybody has any questions? We can take few questions. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much for this very, very wonderful class. It's very nice to understand the different types of prayers that we can present in front of the Lord. So, yes, Prabhu, even in the Lalasame, there are so many things that we have to take care when after glorifying the Lord. So, and the one that you gave, pray for the taste for holy name, it really helps. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah. I request Shivakumar Prabhu, you can ask your question.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavad Pranams. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavad Pranams, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, one question. In my practice, Prabhu, some of the challenges that I go through, I could see why I am going through it. But there are other challenges that I'm not sure why Krishna is putting me through those challenges, Prabhu. And so it becomes difficult to kind of deal with it while doing focusing, while trying to focus on the sadhana, Prabhu. I just wanted to hear from you as to kind of how we not lose the faith even when we are not aware of why we are going through certain things, that unaware of those challenges, Prabhu.
In the path of Krishna consciousness, most of the times we will not be able to understand why things are happening to us. But we should have this basic understanding. Whatever is happening, it is happening by the will of the Lord.
Hmm.
And Krishna does everything in the life of the devotees only for one purpose, so that they can grow in their bhakti, so that we can advance in our consciousness. We can become more and more prayerful. We can become more and more conscious. Otherwise, nobody can understand why Lord is working in a certain way.
Hmm.
When Krishna took all the Pandavas to meet Bhishma as he was lying on the bed of the arrows, Bhishma tells, Aho kashtam, aho anyayam yad yuyam dharma nandana, jivitam narata klashtam vipra dharma achyutashraya. So many problems came in your life. So many injustices were done. You were not even supposed to live in those situations. Still, you are victorious now because you took shelter of Vipra, Dharma, and Achyuta. And then he says it is all the time factor which is working. And you know who is this time factor? This person who is standing in front of you. Don't think he is your maternal cousin. Don't think he is your friend. He acted as your messenger, your protector, your chariot driver. He is none of them. Yanmanyase matuleyam surin mitram priyattamam akaro sachivam dutam sauridat sarathi. He is none of them. Then who is he? Keshavai Bhagavan Sakshat. He is the same Supreme Lord. Adyo Narayana Puman. And he is bewildering everyone by his actions. Mohayan Mayaya Lokam Gudacharati Vrishnishu. Yudhishthira is saying, well, if he is Supreme Lord, we can go and ask him directly, right? Why is he doing all these things in our life?
Hmm.
Bhishma says, two things will happen. First, first of all, he will not tell, even if you ask. And even if he tells, you will not understand. Because nobody can understand how Lord is working in our life. Nahiyasya karachit rajan puman ved viditsatam yad vijigyasaya yuktam muhyanti kavayopihi. Nobody can understand, even great scholars could not understand. But we should always understand one thing. Whatever is happening, Krishna wants us to rise in our consciousness. That is the basic principle of whatever happens in our life. And we should try to see that what Lord wants me to learn through this. We should not ask why. We should ask how now. Why this? No. How now? How can I raise my consciousness now?
Hmm.
Of course, easier said than done, but still that is what Krishna wants.
Hmm.
When he puts us in situations which we are not able to understand.
Hmm.
If we are not able to understand, just take help of other devotees. Approach them, Vipra, Dharma, Achyuta, Ashraya, take shelter of them. Ask them, this is the problem I'm going through. How can I raise my consciousness? And for sure, you will find the answers. You will see. And of course, it all depends on our endeavors then. We may get good guidance, but if we are not following the instructions, then it will be again of no use. We'll be at the same place. So that's how we have to understand when problems come, calamity come. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much for the notes. Hare Krishna.
Question? Can't hear you, Mataji. In between, I'll ask Ananga Kishori Mataji. Yes, Mataji.
My question is practice more important? If prayer is more important? Is practice, like ultimately, It's about
Little
hard
louder,
work.
Mataji.
Hers, your voice is not so clear.
Okay, 1 minute, please. Is
If
it
others can translate, others
is it
are hearing.
is it okay now?
Yes, yes, it is
Yes,
better now.
Mataji. Now it's clear.
Yes. My question is that uh, it's said that chanting Hare Krishna is the highest prayer. So when if we have extra time, should we chant extra rounds or recite prayers from Bhagavatam? So like what? Because time is limited, we don't get so much time as much as we would want to devote. So if we have limited time, if we are done with 16 rounds, should we recite prayers from the Bhagavatam or just pray, express our heart, or should we chant extra rounds? Also, second
What,
question is practice more
whatever,
important or prayer more important? Like practically what we are doing, will we yield results based on that, or will we yield results based on our prayer?
thank you. On an absolute level, all these are all powerful. It is not that one is less powerful, one is more powerful. It all depends on what inspires you to connect to Krishna. If by offering prayers, we feel more connected, we should pray. If we everyone has a different flavor, different way to connect to the Lord. All our prayers, all our chanting should ultimately bring us closer to the Lord, make us conscious of Krishna. That
Let's
is
go.
the ultimate.
तू
That is the
अभिकारी हने
ultimate.
चारा करे थे.
That's the ultimate understanding. Goal. Smartavya satatam Vishnu vismartavyo na jatuchit. Sarve vidhi nishedhasyu retayorev kinkaraha. All the rules and regulations of the scripture are meant for one purpose. Always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna. So whatever helps in this, do that. That's how we have to understand. Either by praying or by chanting, whatever whatever is making me more Krishna conscious, more dependent on the Lord. That's what we should do. And about offering prayers or offering practical service. After offering prayers, Krishna also sees if we are practicing those prayers in our lives. It is not just, it should not be just lip service. Oh Lord, please make me more determined so that I can serve you properly, chant properly, and read. And then I'm not chanting properly. I have mobile in one hand and bead bag in another hand. Then Krishna will say, what type of prayer you are offering? You're not showing those prayers in your actions. So our actions and our prayers should match. They are not two different things. Whatever prayers we are making in some part of our day, other parts of our day should be consistent, should be in sync with those prayers. We have to live our life according to the prayers which we are offering to the Lord. They're not two different things. We have to learn to live by our prayers. That means if I'm praying to the Lord, oh Lord, please remove my anarthas, make me free from this lust, anger, greed. We should mold our life in a way so that we can practice these principles. These are, always in sync. They're not two different things. All the things which we are doing, when we are doing 2 hours of chanting, that does not mean 2 hours of chanting is done. But whatever we are doing in the next 22 hours, that decides our 2 hours of chanting. Our consciousness, our determination, prayerful mood, it will be decided according to what we are doing in rest 22 hours. If you want to chant attentive rounds, if we are not sleeping on time, then we'll feel drowsy, will not be able to chant properly. So therefore, whatever we are doing the rest 22 hours, that decides our 2 hours of chanting. So therefore, it is very, very important that all of these are connected. Our prayers should be practiced in our life. And based on seeing our determination to practice, Krishna will empower us with the taste, with more determination, with more convictions. So that is how we have to see our prayers and our actions. I hope this answers your question a little bit. Any other questions?
Hare Krishna. Yes, really. Sometimes should we leave it to Krishna that we even don't know what to ask, what to pray? Is that a correct move?
Sorry, Mati, can you repeat?
Can we leave the what we have to ask also to Krishna? So sometimes we even don't know what to ask. What is good for
Okay.
me?
That may not happen. We can always ask for the basic faith and consistency in our devotional practices. That is very clear for a sadhaka. That is what we should ask for always. And apart from that, if we have some things which are bothering us, and I don't know if I should ask or not, then we can take guidance from some devotees. Is my prayer bona fide? Is my desire bona fide? Should I ask? And sometimes, even if our desire is not bona fide, that means I am asking something which I don't need, or it is atyahar for me. But still, if it is really bothering me, and I want it, just like Dhruva, he wanted it. It is better to go and ask the Lord. Because how Lord works, when we are offering our intense prayers to ask what we want, Lord will only take our prayers and He will purify our wants. He may give also, but He will purify our desires also. If we are not aware, okay, better ask some devotees. If some desire is really troubling us, better ask the Lord. Lord will give and He'll purify the desire also. That's how Lord works. Satyam dishatyarthitam arthito nirnam naivartado yat punararthitam yatah. It is true. Arthitam arthito nirnam. If somebody goes with the material motives and asks the Lord, oh Lord, please give me, Lord gives it. But He doesn't give in a way that the devotee will ask for the same thing again. That's the beauty of the Lord. How does He do that? Swayam vidatte bhajatam anichchatam ichcha pidhanam nijapada pallavam. Lord gives Himself. He says, I'll come with you. Devotee says, I don't want you. I only wanted my material desires. Lord says, no. That I come, it is a combo pack. Anichchatam. Even if the devotee doesn't want the Lord, Lord will say, I have to come with you. And when Lord appears in the life of a devotee, all the desires are purified. So that's how Lord works. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much. Radha Tachi Mataji, you can unmute and ask your question. We are still not able to hear you, Mataji.
Okay, there is a question.
Correct. Yes, bro.
There is a
What is the Lord
question in chat box.
Yeah. Balaram Prasad Prabhu, you can ask your question.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavad Pranam. So, Prabhu,
Hare Krishna.
wonderful. It's a long time hearing you. Amazing realizations you have. One thought came, Prabhu. The person like Dhruva, he did not know how to glorify. So, as he said, Vishnu touched the conch shell on his head, and he got that understanding on how to glorify. We are all in the same situation, I believe, because we don't have that knowledge. Even though we hear Bhagavatam in front of the deities, I think you explained many things, but in front of the deities, when we go, we don't know what to pray, right? How to pray and how to glorify. I was thinking an example when Daksha Prajapati, he did that sacrifice, and Lord Vishnu appears. He comes in the on his Garuda. I see in that purports one after the other in Srimad fourth canto. A Brahmin starts glorifying, and there are so many people, devotees glorify, but the highest glorification was Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma or Lord Shiva, something like that. So that means the more you understand the Lord, you can glorify accordingly. So I'm in a situation that zero. As you said, I don't have any knowledge, no understanding. And the glorification is very tough because somebody can glorify in one word, one sentence. And if I look at the Srimad Bhagavatam, there are some certain in pages of glorification. Every time Brahma goes to pray or any other, even Devatas goes to pray, they glorify pages after pages after pages. So is that the person who is understood more, he can glorify more. Just like, in the material way also, if I know a subject matter very well, then I can speak very well. If I don't know the subject matter, I don't know how much I can speak. The speaker can, because he is motivating people because he knows he has the knowledge. Similarly, if I understand more about Krishna, I can glorify. Otherwise, I cannot understand. So these are my reflections. So if you want to comment something on this, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu, you very rightly said. As I spoke a verse by Maitreya Muni where he says, Yatha Mati, Yatha Shrutam. These are two very important words. Yatha Mati, Yatha Shrutam. As far as my intelligence goes, and whatever I have heard, that is how we have to glorify the Lord. Another example is given, just like the birds, they fly as far as the wings allow them. Sud Goswami is saying, I will glorify the Lord as far as my capacity allows. So rightly said, we glorify the Lord according to our capacity, according to our realization. Whatever realization we have, we should glorify the Lord. It is not that we have no realization, no knowledge, and no, I'll not accept that. All of us have knowledge. We have heard prayers. We are there now decades maybe in Krishna consciousness. We have heard a lot. Whatever we have heard, whatever our intelligence allows, we should glorify the Lord. And Krishna accepts that. It is not that Krishna says, till the time you don't become a pure devotee, I'll not accept your prayers. No, it is not like that. Krishna accepts whatever we offer with love, with whatever devotion we have. Not just pure devotion, whatever devotion we have. Krishna accepts that. That is how merciful the Lord is. He is Saragrahi, he sees the essence. What devotion a person has. Thank you, Prabhuji. There's a question, will the Lord accept the offering?
Thank you, Prabhu.
Yeah. Hare Krishna. Will the Lord accept the prayers offered by non-devotees? Of course. Lord is not just for devotees, He's for everyone. Especially offered to devotees of Krishna. Whether a person offers prayers to the Lord or devotees of the Lord, they get benefited. That is the beautiful way Lord empowers his devotees. Krishna se tomara, Krishna dite para, tomara shakatiya che. Ami to kangal, Krishna Krishna boli dhai tav pache pache. So whether one offers prayers to the Lord or the devotees of the Lord, it will have same effect. That's how Lord is empowering his devotees. Even if the person is not a devotee, he'll get benefited in some way or other. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. So there are questions from Mataji in the chat. Question number 1. Prabhuji, when a devotee is able to experience the Leela in chanting, which stage he is, Prabhuji?
Which Leela? When Prabhupada always said, chanting means in sadhaka stage only chant and hear. That's all. Nothing else to be done. No imaginations. Leela Smaran will come at the stage of bhava, asakti, bhava. So, as a practicing sadhaka, it is not a question to be asked. And if you are at bhava, you will not ask this question. Because Lord will reveal you. And a bhava bhakta never tells the world that I am experiencing leelas of the Lord. Bhava bhakta has two roles. Seva sadhaka rupena, siddha rupena chatrahi, tad bhava lipsuna karya vrajalokan sarataha. Rupa Goswami describes. Seva sadhaka rup. External world, he behaves as a sadhaka. In the inside world, siddha rupa. So that's how at the stage of bhava, this leela manifests. Not before that. Okay.
Second question I was asking before coming in Bhakti, and now also I'm asking. Now Lord knows what we need. Lord give if we are in need. Why to ask? Is that not selfish? Like
If
he
you can
knows what we
survive
need.
without asking, if we can survive without asking, great. So because many times it becomes too much difficult. I want it, but I'll not ask the Lord. Then it is duplicity. I want it, but I've heard so much. How can I ask the Lord? I want to be practicing pure devotional service, but I have a desire also. Better to ask. In due course of time, we will develop a distaste for those desires. Artificially, when we were in, I just joined temple in Radha Gopinath Mandir here. We have this 1 year of course, Vaishnava Training Academy. And Gaurang Prabhu, he would take classes for us every day, 5 days a week. And so many times Mahaprasad would come. Sweets, various types of sweets. So one devotee, he thought, no, I'll practice austerity. I'll not eat sweets. So Gaurang Prabhu came to know, and Gaurang Prabhu said, now you eat. Otherwise, when the time will come when you have to give up sweets, then you will ask for sweets. So if we have some desires and it is really troubling me, artificial, we cannot say, no, I'll not ask the Lord. Ask the Lord. The more we practice bhakti, Vasudeve, Bhagavati, Bhakti Yoga, Prayojita, Janayati, Ashu, Vairagya will come automatically in due course of time by our sincere practice of bhakti. Hare Krishna. Thinking and choosing devotees is also a selfish act. How to understand? I didn't understand this question. Thinking and choosing devotees means
getting thinking of association and liking and disliking the association, Prabhuji. Say if I'm connected to some devotee and we find that this devotee is not talking about Krishna, then we distance ourselves. So this is also an act of like and dislike now.
Till the time we are not completely purified, we will have our likes and dislikes. Even in the practice of bhakti, Rupa Goswami says we should associate with those devotees which are having the same likings as we have. That is more conducive to practice. Sajatiya Shay Snigdha Sadhu Sangha Swato Vare. Sajatiya. I like book distribution and other devotee likes reading Bhagavatam. If they stay together, they'll say, what are you doing? Go book distribution. And this person, why are you distributing only? Read also. They both will have clashes. Find a person who is, if I like book distribution, okay, I'll stay with a person who likes book distribution more. That is, that is how we advance. And slowly, the more we get purified, then all the services, they are an absolute platform. We understand that. Then we don't make such distinctions. But in our current state, because all of us are coming from a particular type of background and born and brought up in certain consciousness, certain impressions we are carrying, we have a certain psychophysical nature. Will be attracted to some people of the same nature. So there is nothing wrong to associate with them. But we should not disrespect others for whatever they are doing. Oh, I don't like this, so therefore this service is not so great. That is wrong. We should understand all services are respectable, great, pleasing to the Lord. But somehow my psychophysical nature allows me to do this service in a better way, to associate with this devotee in better. So I do that. Okay. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, and
Prabhuji,
eternally grateful to you, Prabhuji, for the enlightened class and giving us the teachings. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
thank you,
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna. Thank you.
Prabhuji, out of these three types, is there any hierarchy or it is depends on the person he will be doing one type of prayer? Person all the three types of prayers?
Yeah, we all should offer these three types of prayers. Glorify the Lord, then express our fallen condition, and then ask for whatever we want. There is not a hierarchy. These are the three types of prayers a devotee should offer to the Lord. Always. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. So thank you for the opportunity to serve. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Granth Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.
Let's pay our obeisances to Prabhuji and all Vaishnavas. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha
वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यश्च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः।
जय
Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Praise Gaur Vilas Prabhuji.
Such a
Radhe.
wonderful class,
Such a
very
beautiful,
insightful.
beautiful
Radhe.
class.
Oh, Ranga.
Ever grateful to